Hello everyone and welcome to the EV Geek Podcast. I am Joel, he is Sebastian, and today we have another great review for you. We have the Hyundai Ioniq 5. This is the SEL edition, correct?
Yes.
It's the SEL edition, which means it's all-wheel drive. It's the all-wheel drive and gets about 260 miles of range, correct?
Or at least EPA.
EPA says you get 260 mile range. Depending on how you drive, you know, that could differ. All right, so awesome blue color. I don't know what the technical name of this color is, but we can look at the sticker here and find out what it is. So what are some things first that strike you about it, Sebastian, that you like initially?
So just initially we did a very short drive to get over here.
Yes.
And you know, 2 weeks ago we had an EV6, which same platform, same battery pack, same powertrain. This is feels so much bigger on the inside.
It does.
And like I didn't think the EV6 feels small.
Yeah.
But this feels so much roomier.
Yeah.
And I think some of it's got the light color headliner and stuff like that.
The way they do the middle console things, that kind of gives them more
it just feels really roomy. And since it's eGMP, you have that same excellent charging, you have the same kind of really powertrain's good, all that's good. So yeah, I'm just super pumped. This is, you know, another form factor of eGMP.
All right. Sebastian's gonna hop by the camera. We're gonna do a quick tour of the outside before we head inside. It is a cold morning, so probably not gonna spend that much time on the outside, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so quick tour of the outside of this Hyundai Ioniq 5. First thing I noticed here, it's got these cool little lights here in the side mirrors.
There's pixels all over it.
So yeah, so what you'll notice is when we get to the back two, you'll see it's kind of pixelated, and that's kind of the styling feature of the Ioniq 5 is kind of those pixelated lights. We also notice kind of like these, what did you call them, Sebastian?
I don't know what to call them, but on the wheel arches, you've got this kind of like, it makes it kind of look like motion.
Looks like, yeah, like you would be spraying water up onto the car or something like that. So yeah, you got that. Got the cool mud flaps down at the bottom. Let's come head to the back here.
You pointed out that the door handles auto present.
Auto present, yeah. So when you walk up, auto present. Don't does this do phone key? I'm not sure if it does phone key or not.
I don't know if it does. Yeah.
You may have to connect it to your account for it to do that. I really do like the rims on these. So you did say the Ioniq 5 comes in.
There's the SE, SEL, and then the Limited.
Gotcha.
And the Limited has different wheels.
The different wheels. So it's the SE and SEL do not. So all right, we're going around the back here, and you can see kind of like this pixelated light feature as well back here on the rear lights. Pretty cool.
And you also have pixels here.
Yep. There you go. Pixels here show you the charging, and you see we have our cover here, which is very hard to get off.
Might be frozen to the car.
It is cold. It's about 28 degrees outside. So there you go. So the CCS. The 2025s you said will have NACS. So this is the 24, 25 models will have NACS on them. All right, we continue around the back here. Huge shout out to Crane Little Rock for letting us borrow the Ioniq 5 today. Great team over there. Had it ready for us when we pulled up, fully charged. So really great people to work with.
While we're here, we'll look at the trunk real quick.
Yep.
Power trunk, even though this is a middle trim.
Yep. Plenty of room back here. As you see, our stuff is back here. The floor mats are back here. You pop this open, very similar to what we saw in the Kia. Got the tire mobility kit. I don't see the V2L, so.
Could be one of these boxes.
Could be one of these million boxes that we have here too, the one that says Kia Genuine Parts. I'm gonna put that underneath there. All right.
No power, oh, yep, I lied. 112 volt, right there.
We have 112 volt, yep.
Okay.
So if people don't understand this right here, come over here, Sebastian, we'll show them what this is. Oh, sorry. So this is if your car loses power and you need to manually open your charge port, you can open that up. There's a thing in here you can pull, looks like a lever. You can pull or something in there to turn right here, and it can manually open your charge port door. So great to have your 12 volt Dodge, you're in battery issues, and the door does not open. You can manually open it that way.
There we go.
All right, coming around to the other side of the card here. So, like we said, this is the 2024 Ioniq 5 SEL dual motor, all-wheel drive long range. They have a sticker for 45. Not sure what it is within, that's what it is. So it's sticker for 52. With incentives, it's 45. So you're looking at about, what?
Is that $7,500?
Yep, $700 off, so yep. So it looks like it also has the ceramic paint protection and everything as well. All right, this is the outside of the car. We're gonna go ahead and head on inside. Sebastian's gonna give you an overview of the tech and give his driving impressions. I'm gonna let him drive since I did drive over.
Oh. Just also while we're talking pixel themes, the headlights are pixels. and they have like the little pixel design on the inside, and I don't know if these are turn signals or fog lights.
Yeah.
But they're also kind of have a pixely pattern to them.
So before we head on inside, let's check the back seat because we like to check room because me and Sebastian are both over 6 feet tall. So I drove here, which means I've already adjusted the seat. So if I sit inside, plenty of room. Actually, more headroom in this than in the Kia.
Which makes sense because this doesn't slope down on the back.
It doesn't slope like down in the Kia, but seats are comfortable. These are the cloth seats.
Also, the door panels look pretty nice. They have this white material up top.
They're kind of, and back is kind of recessed in.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You get 2 USB-C charge ports back here, a little storage area down there. You get a little cargo net over here, but not on this side. So yes, really nice, comfortable interior. The front seats are more comfortable in the Ioniq 5 than they were for me in the Kia EV6.
Okay.
They kind of huggy more, so yeah.
And also of note back here, on the Ioniq 5, you can tilt the back seat.
Yep, so if I have this, I can actually tilt it up too.
And they slide back and forth.
They slide back and forth, so yeah.
Which
usually don't get in second row cars.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna pop it inside. Sebastian's gonna run over the tech for you, and then he's gonna give you his driving impression. See you. And we are back inside our nice and toasty Ioniq 5 SEL. Sebastian is now behind the wheel. He is the pilot. He's going to give a driving impression, and also, before we do that, kind of run through the tech and infotainment. So where do you want to start, Sebastian?
So just first off, so like you said, this is the SEL. So in the Hyundai trim levels, SEL is the middle. And I don't know when they did this, but the SEL no longer has leather seats. It now has cloth seats, but honestly,
they're not bad.
These aren't bad.
Nope.
I have sat in much worse cloth seats. These, like the materials, it's kind of maybe a little scratchy, but it feels like it's more like a hard wearing material. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. And you do still at least get heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that. And this is a nice leather wrapped steering wheel. So one of the things we pointed out on the outside, compared to the EV6, this right here
is all open.
It's all open, and it just makes it feel that much bigger. You know, now the wireless phone charger being all the way down there is a little questionable.
It does work though.
It does work though. You have 2 USB ports for charging down here, and then you've got your USB port for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, because this vehicle, from what I can tell, does not have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you have a 12 volt, and then another storage cubby, as well as some storage. Yeah, it's just storage here. You can lift this up to get easier access.
I think there's a little bit of storage.
You open it and you have a little Yep. So yeah, a lot of storage area, and of course you got your cup holders. So one of the things I noticed also immediately compared to the EV6 is you have dedicated radio and climate buttons. None of that tap a button to switch between the two business. And this is intuitive, and it works exactly like you expect a climate control to work. And you can hit this and it will pull up a menu on the screen for your climate. And then you have your warmer, and that's how you do your heated seats.
So question, do you miss not having a heated seat button, physical button, or is that fine for you on the screen?
I think it'd be okay. I'm curious to know in the settings, maybe if we can find, in my Bolt, they're automatic.
Gotcha.
So when it's cold, this heated seats just automatically turn on.
Ah, gotcha.
And so I don't even use the physical buttons really on my car.
That's auto, but that's for the air and heat. So
yeah, so I'm curious to know if maybe there's somewhere in here that can set the same thing. That said, I'll turn mine on. And the steering wheel. Which
these get real hot. These got real hot on the 7-minute drive over here.
Yeah, and the SEL has a heated steering wheel too, which is nice, considering, like I said, it's not the top trim level. Now these, by the way, I'm just jumping all over. These are lights, I think.
Oh, they are?
I think so.
Interesting.
I don't know what you have to do to make them pop up.
Gotcha.
But I'm pretty confident they're lights. So on the infotainment system, this is very similar to the EV6 system. This is kind of your standard screen, right, where it shows your battery, your range, and then a little mini map. You swipe over, you get your EV, navigation, phone projection. This is where it again tells me an approved USB cable, which is why I'm pretty confident there's no wireless CarPlay.
If there is wireless CarPlay, please let us know that we got that wrong.
You got your climate and warmer menus again, which you can access here as well, and then some little things for radio, media, Sirius XM, all that.
So go back. BlueLink is like their...
BlueLink is their like connected. It's their OnStar. It's called
Kia
Connect. Right. But let's pop into the EV menu real quick. So when you open it, it gives you this little drawing that tells you with climate control on, we'll go 177 miles and off 188 miles. Also of note, since this is the all-wheel drive model, it does have the heat pump.
Gotcha.
The rear-wheel drive models do not have a heat pump.
And what's our percentage right now? 71?
We are at 71%, and it's 29 degrees outside.
Yes.
So it's pretty chilly.
It's chilly.
Also, it's telling us that there's a charger half a mile from here. That charger does not exist.
It doesn't?
Nope.
But there is a charger about 100 yards from us, and that's the Tesla Supercharger.
Which this one can't use.
But it can in a few months.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Kia will be able to. Hopefully that's Sunday too, so yes.
Well, I was just saying hopefully in the sense that maybe how long
that's
it's
right.
going to take.
That's right. And that's also a V2 up there, so this won't work there. So, but they are expanding it.
Yep. So when you come in here to the EV settings, this is all very similar to what we saw on the EV6, where you can set a max percent on DC versus AC. You can limit your AC charge current. This is where you tell it you want it to do preconditioning when you navigate. I wish, like the EV9, this had the just on-demand preconditioning. I wonder if, I don't know if it's coming maybe in the 2025s, but this one does not have it. It only will precondition using the built-in navigation. And then you have your utility mode. You can change your region, whether or not you want the charger to lock, and whether or not you want it to speak to you when it starts charging, because this is one of those vehicles that does charging started. Yep. But this is all fairly standard. You get this like split screen as well, which is nice, and you can hit that button to make it go away. This is also where you have your settings for V to load, which we didn't see the adapter.
Nope.
We did not look in the front. It might be up there.
Yep. And there's a box that says something back there we didn't open up.
Yeah. Otherwise, this map, the navigation, identical to what's in the EV6, which means it's okay.
Yep. So these cars share the eGMP platform, if you guys are not aware of that.
Baseline Walmart, sure.
Yep.
Set its destination. It comes up and tells me I don't have Blue Link, but it's still going to let me do the guidance.
Still gives you that weird arrow that shows you if you want to directly get there.
Yeah, if you can fly.
If you could fly or walk across things. She's talking to us, Sebastian.
She's going to talk to us.
Sebastian, I don't want her to talk to me.
Of note, which it's not doing it because it's probably at a high state of charge, when it's preconditioning, it pops up a little icon over here to tell you on the battery. It shows like, it almost looks like the diesel glow plug symbol.
Gotcha. And what did you find over there, Sebastian? Tell me what you found out over there in that little area to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a magnet.
It's a magnet for some reason. It doesn't hold your phone, but like this is one of the magnets we use on one of our gimbals, and it sticks to it just fine.
I don't know if it was the case, or maybe it's not strong enough, or you just need a strong magnet and now you just dropped it.
Yeah, I just dropped it. That's fine. Yeah. I'll get it later. I'm going to go ahead and cancel a route.
All right.
All that's fairly standard. I believe it will route plan if you have data, I assume. See, is that Austin, Texas, or Austin, Arkansas? We'll go to Savannah, Tennessee, sure.
Yeah, let's go to Savannah, Tennessee.
Close. Do any route planning without data?
Charging is required.
Okay.
I don't think it route plans.
I guess because we don't have data. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Whatever.
Yep.
Otherwise, everything in here is fairly standard. We'll pop into setup real quick because this is the Kia thing or a Hyundai thing where you go into a menu and then there's 17 other.
Yep, 17 other menus, and then inside those menus there's 9 other menus.
Yep, like vehicle, and then you get all your driver's assistance stuff. Which I mean, this thing is pretty well equipped as far as driver's assistance goes. You get Hyundai's HDA2 system, you get your adaptive cruise, lane keep, lane steering, all that, blind spot, all that's great. Drive modes, climate control, eco mode. Cool. Oh, it's actually apparently in brake mode sport.
Ooh.
Interesting. I wonder if that's why I felt like it was locking up the seatbelt every time you hit the brakes on the way over here.
That's just how I drive.
That's just how you drive? Oh, okay. You should do better.
Yep. I should. Have to ride them brakes. So you do have to adjust the one pedal driving. So it's not standard one pedal. I pedal is what they call it. You have to adjust it.
Yep. Which is, well, you know how I feel about that.
I know how you feel about that. It's a whole nother episode.
Oh yeah, climate. Any options for? No, there does not seem to be any options for automatically doing the heated seats.
Okay.
Bummer. Digital key. Okay.
Yep.
So it does do phone as a key.
Smartphone key, NFC card. Yep. So yes.
Awesome. That's good to see. Okay.
So you noticed that it did tell you in the back that when someone did not have their seatbelt on.
Yeah, when I turned it on.
So if you have kids, it lets you know that if there's someone in the back that doesn't have their seatbelt on.
Yeah. So that's all pretty sweet. We'll come over here and talk on the steering wheel real quick.
I'm gonna hand it off.
Yep. So as we kind of mentioned, like the Hyundai or like the Kia EV6, you have your regen paddles here. Unfortunately, it resets your regen every time you go in and out of drive, which is a little annoying because right now it's on level 1. Oh, it's this other hand. Let's swap hands. Level. Well, you have to be in drive.
You have to be in drive. We'll show when we do our driving.
Anyway, so you got that, and then you have your windows or your wiper stalk, turn signals. Your shifter is down here.
Yep. No
Park
automatic wipers on this model either, so.
Park, drive, neutral, reverse, all that, you just twist it. On the steering wheel, on the left side, you have your media controls, so you've got your volume, next backtrack, mode, voice commands, phone, and then you have a customizable shortcut. We'll talk about that in a second. This is your drive mode selector. So you've got Eco, Normal, and Sport. All that's standard. And then on your right is your driver's assistance. You've got your adaptive cruise and lane keep. I love that Hyundai Kia lets you do those separate. Because if you're just going around town, you don't need adaptive cruise, but you might want lane centering, so that's great. This cycles you through your menus, and then this is your gap distance. So when you cycle through your menus, right now we're on the driver's assist screen. So right now it doesn't really show anything because we're not moving. And you can tap down and get your attention level. All that's standard. This is your trip computers, which you don't get a whole lot of options here because this drive one will reset after the car rests. This is since charging, and this is your only actual trip computer. I don't know why they only give you the one, but I digress. This is navigation if you have directions going, and right now, because it is suddenly 28 degrees, we have a low tire, but it's not actually low.
Yes.
But all that's standard. All that is exactly how it was on the Kia EV6 as well.
Yep.
I do appreciate this has the white screen.
So yeah, we could not get, I could not get the EV9 or my Kia to change to a white screen, so default black.
Yeah. And so it fits into this
white
background
border.
pretty decently. Over here, this is all standard stuff. You've got your child lock, your window switches, auto only on the front. It looks like.
Right audio apps for you. Which one do you want to?
His watch is talking to him.
Siri, thank you. Window switches. This one does not have power fold mirrors on this trim level. Otherwise, not a whole lot else going on over here. You also, on the right, you have your traction control, trunk button, and parking brake.
So no power passenger seats.
Okay.
Yep.
Driver's seat is power though, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
But plenty of room. So if you look here, I'm 6'2" with shoes on. You can tell that I got plenty of room up here, and I'm really not that far back. I can go back farther if I wanted to, and see. I've had a.
And even then, it still looks like you have plenty of room in the back seat.
Yep. Glove box, not spectacular. So yeah.
Yeah. Really, there's not really a whole lot else to cover. We do up here have our Hyundai light that tells you that it's charging with 12-volt battery.
Up here, it's just your normal stuff too. You have your
no digital mirror.
Nope. You got your SOS for your Blue Link. You have your dome lights and things like that. So yep. All right, so we're gonna pop out in the road here, and Sebastian's gonna give you his driving impression. So we'll see y'all in a bit. We are now driving this Hyundai Ioniq 5 SEL, courtesy of Crane Hyundai of Little Rock. All right, Sebastian, first impression of the drive. Even though we're only doing about 20 miles an hour.
So first off, this heated steering wheel works really well.
Yeah, there's only one setting, on or off, so you can't adjust that. So,
but it is toasty.
Yep.
Which is not a bad thing. So just kind of right off the bat, I'm gonna gripe about it every time. Having to turn iPedal on and off every single time you drive is annoying. So it's currently on, and honestly, like once it's on, it feels really good. Like it does really nice one pedal.
Smooth.
It's very smooth. It makes sense. Like very well controlled. It feels, honestly, it's very similar to how when I drive my car, it feels like kind of the same tuning, which is great. It's also, the suspension seems comfortable so far just on city roads.
Yep.
It's not rough. It's not anything like that. And this is fairly not, I mean, it's okay pavement.
Yep.
We've got some weird transitions coming up, but
parking lot pavement. So
yeah. But I mean, it all feels pretty decent. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot yet because I want to get it up to speed, but just kind of immediately it rides pretty well. The seating position is excellent.
I told you it's a lot different than the Kia.
The seating position is amazing.
It kind of it hugs you a little, almost like a GT.
And I still have tons of headroom as well.
Because he drives like a granny, remember? So.
Yes, I drive like a granny.
I'm like really low in the seat. I'm kind of looking up to him up here, so.
Get my good side.
Yeah. He has no good side.
Oh, wow, that was rude.
I know. We will get it up to speed here.
If we ever get to turn left.
If we ever get to turn and get it on the
I don't know why this isn't a
interstate.
protected left.
I don't know.
Seems a little odd.
They don't want it to be. So typical morning traffic here in the great city of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Ooh, buddy.
He goosed it. That wasn't even sport mode.
So that's one thing. The all-wheel drives have plenty of power.
Yes.
It makes me curious. I want to kind of try it. Well, I guess you have a rear-wheel drive.
I have a rear-wheel drive, yes.
We just need to try it in yours because it's like the all-wheel drives have plenty.
Yes.
To give you.
Rear-wheel drive is it's got a little.
Because that felt good.
It did feel good.
Of note, also since this is the SEL, it does not have a 360 cam,
Nope,
which means it does not do the turn signal, the blind spot monitors.
Yep.
Oh, it's got the blind spot warning, but it
Yes.
doesn't do the little cameras on the gauge.
Yeah.
Which is actually a really nice feature.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I honestly that would be enough to make me go, okay, I guess I'm buying the limited.
And unlike me, that has it on the Tesla, I'd never used them.
Yeah.
So,
well, on the Tesla, they're kind of in a weird spot.
yeah, they're in the middle of
not.
the screen. You have to kind of look over to see them.
Yeah.
All right, we are finally getting up to speed here. We're in normal mode, right?
Yep.
All right.
No, we're not. It cracks me up how on these they give you a torque mode.
Yes.
For sport mode.
So we're in sport mode.
I'm gonna get around this bend.
As designated by the red color on the dash.
Mm-hmm. We'll get around the bend. Oh gosh, I always forget every time I get in a Hyundai how aggressive the lane keep is.
Yes, the lane keep is very aggressive. We'll jerk that steering wheel back while you're driving.
Okay, it vibrates. It does not beep.
So like Sebastian said, plenty of room down here. It's all open down here, which is pretty cool.
All right, you ready?
You ready? Let's do it. Ooh,
Not bad.
not bad. Not bad.
Back to normal speed. I'm going to go back into a normal drive mode.
Yep.
We'll go normal, and let's turn on cruise control. There we go.
So, quick question I want to check real quick. Switch drive modes. So, if it's on sport now. So, sport tells us 162 miles. What does eco tell us? Eco tells us 172. What's normal tell us? 167. So, not much difference on the guessometer about your range.
Cool though that it will actually
adjust
recalculate for you. Yeah.
Recalculate for you, yes.
So now that we're in HDA, it has all of the icons on the top that's telling me distance in front of me. It's set to 61. It's using navigation, steering, whatever that line and arrows means, and then lane centering.
Wow.
And you can see the drawing shows little ghosts around me for cars around,
yes,
and all that jazz. So I'm curious.
No.
Few hands. Oh, okay. Oh, it does.
It does? So it does have...
It does auto lane changes.
So it's auto lane changes.
It is not a capacitive wheel. It is a torque wheel.
Okay.
Because I had my hand on the wheel the whole time, and it was telling me I needed to keep my hand on the wheel because I needed to jiggle.
That's the way it is in my wife's car. I can be driving down the road and it says hands on wheel. And
I will put my signal on. It's indicating. It turned green.
Yep.
Would you look at that? Auto lane changes, baby.
Not even on the high end. Not even on the high end model.
Nope. That's awesome.
Yep.
Otherwise, I mean, HDA does pretty well. It gets, from my experience, it gets a little shaky in sharp corners.
Okay.
That's kind of where it starts to struggle some. But for just normal driving like this, keep your hand on the wheel.
You're fine.
Do its thing.
Yep.
The other thing, though, that it does is it does not automatically seem to adjust for speed limits. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I don't know if that's maybe
If that's a setting that I haven't found,
yeah.
or
can't remember if my wife's Kia does it or not. I don't remember that because I don't drive it that much.
right.
One thing I do like, the interior is a nice white color, almost like a light gray. I don't know how well my kids would treat this color, but I do like it. It looks like it's...
Well, you have a white interior in your Model Y.
I do, but that's just this. Yeah, but this is a lot more white over here where you would touch. In the Model Y, it's just a white strip and everything else is black.
That said, we touched on it a little bit when we were just talking about it. The fact that the doors are white, center console is white, you have a light headliner. Even though this does not have glass on the roof,
it makes it
just feel bigger on the inside.
Yep.
This is such a good use of space in this interior. And you're right, these seats are more comfortable than the EV6.
They are.
And I had no complaints with the EV6.
And that was a GT line, so those were the nice leather.
Yeah.
Those are nice leather seats.
I have no complaints with EV6. These are better.
Yep.
100%. Yeah. I'm going to go down and exit. I'm not going to go back yet. I like this.
He's going to go down one more exit.
This car, so here soon they're going to be building them in the U.S.
Yep.
And if there's a federal tax credit still around, they should qualify for federal tax credit. Even though they don't qualify, though, Hyundai pretty much is always offering $7,500 off on these.
Yep.
In some form. Now, sometimes it's in the form of lease bonus cash. Sometimes it's just plain bonus cash.
Yep.
You know,
dealer
whatever.
incentives, whatever they want to call it. Yes.
But there's pretty much always that $7,500 discount on it. And so that brings it, like you said, this one is 50-something grand, and it brings it down to like 45.
Yep.
And I mean, you're still getting a lot of car for 45.
And the low ends are in the low ends are what for these with the bonus? Low 40s?
Something like that.
Yep.
Now, There is the elephant in the room we have to talk about, though.
What's the elephant?
So 45 grand. This or a Model Y?
Well, you know what? Because I have a Model Y, and I actually looked about 2 months ago trading it in for a Hyundai. Ride quality wise, and I saw this in every video that we do. If you want a car with good ride quality, Model Y is not the car for you. I don't know. I would slightly maybe choose this over my Model Y right now.
Yeah.
So yes.
It's like this thing has stuff that 100% does better than Model Y. It charges better.
Yeah.
0 to 80% in 18 minutes.
Yep.
Which I wish. I mean, I'm happy that it was at a higher state of charge because it meant we could just get out and leave.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it would have been lower because I would have loved to go charge it, plug it in,
and show you those speeds. Yep.
And get to try out preconditioning and all that too, since it is cold.
Yep.
But yeah, 230, 240 kilowatt peak charge rate, 0 to 80 in 18 minutes, and they will actually do it.
Yep.
That's why you buy this car.
Yeah.
That's why you buy any of the EG&P stuff.
Yep.
It's like, yes, you have the good tech. The interior is comfortable. The ride quality is really good.
Yep.
It's quiet.
Yep.
We haven't even talked about.
Yep.
We haven't even talked about that yet. But it is so quiet in here.
It is.
I think it's quieter than EV6.
It may be, yes.
But you know, when you put it next to the Model Y has, I think, more tech stuff.
More tech, yeah. That's where the Model Y is going to kind of almost beat every car, is with their tech features, with their navigation, their route planning, all that stuff.
But as far as like an actual car goes,
yep,
I think this wins.
And the reason I talk about it, for like, that's why my wife likes her Kia. She doesn't care about the tech. She gets in her car, turns on the radio, goes to work and come back. So that car works perfect for her. For me, I like more of the tech, which is why I kind of lean more towards the Model Y.
Yeah, I am excited for the car we're driving next.
Oh, yes.
And to try it out.
We have another car next.
We're getting the Ioniq 6 next.
Ioniq 6 Limited. Next.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So it'll be very similar on the inside to this, possibly, especially with the
sorts
tech.
of junk in the road.
I know.
What
Come
the
on.
heck?
As we drive through Little Rock, we're dodging. Oh, I know why, and I'll tell you later. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is great. I really like this. I think it would be, for me, if I picked this over, say, a Model Y or whatever, it would just really depend on incentives and what.
Yep, the price.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because for me personally, they're so neck and neck.
Yep.
I honestly lean closer to this just for that charge time. It's like Model Y doesn't charge bad. Yep. But 18 minutes, man.
Yep. I mean, a Model Y stop. I mean, if you're thinking long distance traveling, you're not gonna. Our standard stop at a Model Y is going to be 25 to 30 minutes if you have to have a deep charge. Yeah. This one, a deep charge is 20 minutes.
Well, that's part of what's crazy about these cars. It's like 10 to 80 is 18 minutes, right?
Yep.
0 to 100 is like 45.
Yeah. That's insane. And if you're only going 20 to 70, it's even less than that. Yeah. So
the fact that you can do 0 to 100 in under an hour is awesome.
Yep. All right, we're going to wrap up that review of our driving, and we'll join you here in a little bit to give you our final thoughts. Stay tuned. All right, we have arrived back here at Crane Hyundai Little Rock. Another shout out to them for letting us have an hour or two with this vehicle today. So, Sebastian, we'll start. We would do our final thoughts outside, but it's 34 degrees outside, so we're going to do them inside the nice warm car with the heated seats, things like that. So, Sebastian, final thoughts.
So, I really like this thing. I'm super pumped. I've been interested in the Ioniq 5 for a while. And
you've sent me some screenshots of some ones you kind of looked at, so yes.
I've just not really had a chance to, get one yet. I really like this. I just can't get out of the back of my head it's the price, right?
Yep.
It's a little high.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're getting a lot for the price.
You are.
You're getting that monster charging curve. You're getting a super comfortable interior. You're getting pretty decent tech. Mm-hmm. You're getting a big ergonomic too. Like, you got good rear seat room, a decent sized trunk. All that is excellent. But if
you can find one that's doing some crazy dealer incentives. Mm-hmm. So yes,
for sure.
That's what this is the kind of car you'd almost need to shop around for, check a couple dealers, see what the incentives are. But they are offering incentives like this dealership is offering $7,500 off this car right now too. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I did ultimately really like it. HDA2 works pretty well. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know it did automatic lane changes.
Yep.
So I learned something today. Also of note, because I didn't really mention it. So I was driving around an iPedal, and you made the comment. It's like, oh, our efficiency's not as good as I thought it would be. Mm-hmm. Well, A, it was low because it was counting while we were parked. But B, it's cold.
Yep.
And then C, you actually get worse efficiency in iPedal when you're on the interstate than you do with any other drive mode on the all-wheel drive cars, because iPedal forces the front motor to be active all the time. Whereas when you do the other regen levels, 3, 2, 1, 0, whatever, it will actually disengage that front motor.
Yeah, it's what he also says if you're going to do long distance traveling and you have the option to turn off one pedal driving, turn it off so you can actually coast if you need to.
Now that only applies to the all-wheel drive EGMP cars. Other cars don't have the same motor logic. But
just to the EGMP platform cars. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I really do like this thing a lot, and I'm excited to see them maybe have more incentives coming soon when they start building them here in the U.S. and stuff like that. And
because right now, technically, it's cheaper to get an Ioniq 6 than it would be an Ioniq 5. An Ioniq 6 is, I think, range-wise is better than this car. So yeah.
I'm probably going to go home and then spend a while on cars.com looking at used ones.
Yeah, you have, and you sending me screenshots. So for me, yeah, so I'm used to this car. My wife has a Kia. But I like this. If I had to choose between this and an EV6, I would choose the Ioniq 5 just because I like the interior more. I like how you have the actual functional 2 rows of buttons for your navigation and your radio. I like the interior better, just like how it's set up. I don't know, it kind of just feels more manly to me. I don't know, I guess that's how I could say. It just feels more manly to me than the EV6 does. But for me though, in this car as compared to the EV6, it has more headroom in the back, which is something I need. Because there are sometimes I sit in the back if my wife's driving or my oldest son's driving, I will sit in the back. So that is something for me. Styling wise is awesome. Love the style, love the pixelated lights, love all of that. Compared to, like a Tesla or something, the tech is better probably in a Tesla. But if tech is not something that's interests you, if you just want to get in a car, go drive somewhere, come home, listen to the radio, turn the air on, this car is perfectly fine for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us today. Once again, huge shout out again to Crane Little Rock, Hyundai of Crane Little Rock, and for letting us borrow this car today. And we will see you again on another episode. So long, everyone. We have a 2024 Kia. Oh, I messed that up. Let's try it again. Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, sorry. Wait, it's Ioniq 5, sorry. It's early morning. The Ioniq 5 Limited, courtesy of Crane Little Rock.